NXT No Mercy promised to be both a showcase of the top young talent on the gold brand as well as the highlight of the TNA NXT relationship. Ethan Page will defend his title against viral TNA sensation Joe Hendry in front of 6,000 people, as well as many more interesting matches. And we started things off with an interesting match, Chase U against Fraser and Axiom for the tag titles. Fraser and Axiom fought harder than they ever had done to regain the titles, even kicking out of the bow of one backstabber of Andre Chase and Rich Holland, as well as finding Phoenix Splash sealed the win for them. Afterwards, Holland lost it, attacking Duke Hudson and Riley Osborne from behind, then laying out Chase a clothesline and DDT on the announce table. Chase had to be stretched out while Tia Hale cried. This was a wild match to watch. Everyone was working hard to make the most of the moment. It was certainly a success, but it was one that made it exciting and yes, kind of set up the rest of the night. There were story opportunities not played out in this contest. The Supersonic Duo struggling with communication, kind of feels a bit tired. Holland never tried to cheat despite his previous teases. This was an easy layup, but we got the heel turn. NXT's teased it, and I think it makes sense to do it now. There was opportunity of finally running with Chase U disappears into the dust once again. Fraser and Axiom now are a phenomenal tag team. I think probably suited better to having the straps at the moment. So yeah, I'll give it 7 out of 10. Wesley took on Zachary Wentz in the next match. Wentz already looked like the better man early and often in this match, while Wesley needed to take cheap shots to stay in the action. Trey Miguel arrived to stop Lee from using a steel chair near the end, and Wentz capitalised with a Canadian destroyer outside and the UFO in the ring to get the win. And the placement of the match on the card was odd, as this was the other fast-paced match on the card. It also felt like back-to-back matches and announced table spots. Still, this was a good one, especially in the back half. Down the stretch, they worked the heat of the build, and it made it genuinely exciting to see Miguel return to Lee's cheap tactics. Moreover, it's cool to see the X Division Championship win on a PLE main event, especially after the TNA insults. They should not be the end of the story. They need, I think, to have more of a go, and I think, yeah, it kind of sets up a series match. I was somewhat surprised with the result, but I think in the storyline context it must make the most sense. Moving on into Kalani Jordan against Wendy Chu. Jordan fought through the best offense in Wendy Chu's repertoire, staying in the fight until she found her opening. She hit second rope senton bomb into a split-legged moonsault for the win. Afterwards, Paxley choked out Chu with a dragon sleeper to get revenge. In front of a more committed crowd like the PC, this would have risen higher. Instead, Jordan and Chu worked a few low energy minutes. It was relatively clean but hardly remarkable, where Lani was in need of an opponent who could push her more. Her work with Paxley would have been better. The Right Woman's won. I don't think Chu's character's really clicking, but they are getting better. It's still at the end of the day. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, it was Tony D'Angelo against Obafemi. Tony D'Angelo pushed Femi nearly beyond his limits. However, after an exhausting war, the Roller hit 2 power bombs and rolls to his victory. The match was different from everything that preceded it. These two bigger men crawled across the ring, and it was in the crowd going wild for the heavyweight showdown. The juxtaposition from the earlier fast-paced action paid off and made this feel big time. The final near falls were genuinely well and landed with a crowd explosion. Once again, Femi's one of the best stars in NXT, and D'Angelo gave him a perfect test. The Roller looked like a main event act, and now one should be on the main roster pretty soon. It's hard to imagine anyone stepping up to give a fight to Femi. So yeah, the match was predictable, but at the same time it was really fun. Femi dominance continues. I'll give it 6 out of 10. Before it's time for Roxanne Perez against Jada Parker. Parker had Perez reeling even with a rib injury. However, Parker went through the barricade and followed by Pot Rocks outside and inside the ring to win. After the finish, new music hit as Julia arrived to stare down upon Rhea. On paper, especially due to a lack of build, this did not come off as worthy to be on the PLE. However, the crowd clearly got into it. Great performance for Perez, and I think she did a really good job of putting over Jada Parker, who would have benefited a lot. And add the cherry on top of the cake, Julia's much anticipated arrival was a special moment, and she's probably going to dethrone Perez and have a long Oscar-like title reign. But the aura when she came out, it felt like a massive moment, and that's exactly what we got. So yeah, on the whole, this was great and gets a 8 out of 10 from me. Before it's time for Ethan Page against Joe Hendry, Trick Williams of Dr. Road calling this down the middle, even though he got hit by all ego Ethan. He missed Page hitting a low blow, but not the ego's edge on Joe Hendry that sealed the win. After the finish, Pete Dunne grabbed Trick and planted him with a bitter end outside the win. A Hendry win seemed impossible just 3 weeks ago, but the crowd devotion made it feel somewhat possible. It's the perfect encapsulation of his slogan. Hendry made everyone believe it just wasn't speed. This was the best NXT title match we've had in a while, I would say. Everyone had a great time, and we were sleepwalking through the first half of the show. I think the crowd really picked up for this match because they saw what happened. It's a shame about the finish, which I kind of felt let everything down a bit. But at the same time, I still think it's a pretty successful match. And overall, NXT gets a 7 out of 10 from me. A really good pay-per-view. I thought the in-ring quality throughout was pretty solid. Lots of intriguing stuff involved as well. So yeah, gets 7 out of 10 from me. Really good stuff. And yeah, definitely, I think the NXT brand at the moment, with the likes of Julia coming in, is heading in a positive direction. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.